Hey Marissa, it's Connor here from Digital Search Group. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for connecting with us and getting back to us. I appreciate your approval and our persistence. I really enjoyed your website when I came across it, and I seen a lot of potential for your business, and that's why I kept reaching out because I just really felt there's a lot of value in terms of putting this together for you and moving forward with your business. So I'll just get right into it. Looking at your website, I really, really like the website. It's really sleek. It runs well. The load speed was a little bit slow, which again it can be a big pain point for any website. Amazon has shown that with it was 0.01 or of a second. It was costing them $400,000 a month with load speed because people are just impatient and they don't want to wait around. Unfortunately, they have access to everything at the tip of their fingers. So um, that's one point that I wanted to make. But overall, the website is really really nice. I really liked it. Sure you had a lot of involvement in the design. But again, when it comes to SEO ads, Google is built on content. You guys have amazing images here, and it looks really beautiful. But Google can't read images. They don't know unless there's text. They don't know what your page is about. So when Google looks at you as a business and tries to crawl your website and understand what your website is about, if you're not giving it any text, it really doesn't understand who you are and what you're doing, and then they won't recognize you as a credible business. So there's a lot of room here for you to add, quite a bit of text to your websites again, to your pages here. There's next to no text, a little bit over here, but a lot more that we can add to this page so that Google actually starts to understand who you are and what you're about. Um, a quick point that I wanted to make, I put in site and then your domain, and it comes up with all of your pages, 21 results. So your title tags here are actually pretty good. The only thing I would recommend is that you wouldn't actually have your name at the front unless you're a big brand like Facebook or Amazon. You typically have your name at the back. You've done that down here in these other places, but you also have it at the front. What we typically want to have in these title tags is we want to have what the page is about and entice people into the page and be like, yeah, I'm looking for, you know, uh, pantry items or whatever that may be. They actually, it's great that it has pantry in here, but there can be a lot more description in that because that's your opportunity to entice them in. Again, with your meta descriptions here, it's also this is your platform to sell to your clients. When I'm scrolling through lists, I have a quick read of this. Yep, this tells me exactly what I'm looking for, and I'm going to click into this page. So you get a much higher click rate. We also want to have really optimized keywords. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail of keywords in the next section, but you will want to have the right keywords that relate to your products and services in here as well, so Google can recognize what the page is about. The other thing I'll mention is, as you can see here, these have basically the same text in each section. What this is called content cannibalization, and Google will actually penalize you for this because it's looking at these pages and they're starting to compete against themselves because when it reads this text, it says, "Oh, this is what this page is about," and then reads that text and says, "This page is also about the same thing. I'm confused." So the last thing we want to be doing is confusing Google. So this is content cannibalization here. Again, quite easy fixes, quick wins that are really going to improve you in the eyes of Google. Um, we won't jump to your social media just yet. So what I want to just look at is your website. So this is a tool that I'm using called SEMrush, and I've dropped your domain in here, and it gives us quite a bit of information around the website. Not 100% accurate unless we actually had access to your website, on your Google Analytics, we could tell 100% what's going on, but this gives us a good idea. Here we can see keywords. Again, just quickly, your authority score is 10. That's what Google ranks you out of 100, so that's quite low. Organic search traffic, there's 34 people coming to your website organically each month, and you've got 177 keywords, and you've got 28 backlinks. We won't go into backlinks today, but again, that's another section that you can definitely improve on. So with these keywords, 177 keywords, these are the search terms that people are actually, when they're typing into Google, there, if I type in, holiday in Spain, it will come up websites that have those search terms, and because of those keywords, holiday in Spain, I find the right websites, and that's how Google understands who you are and points me in the right direction. Because me as a customer, they want me to find the website that I'm looking for and be a happy customer as quickly as possible. So, for instance, you have spice labels. This has a volume of 3,600 people searching spice labels every month in the US, and you're position number 21. So there's 10 positions on Google on each page. So realistically, you are on page 3 for spice labels. Realistically, if you're not on page 1 or page 2, you're really not going to see any traffic from that keyword. So there's 3,600 people searching on each month. If we were just to focus on that keyword and get you to page 1, we could really start seeing some good traffic from this keyword because it's specifically what you're doing and has a really decent volume. What we can also see here is like things like spice jar labels, which you don't actually have in the website, but it's related to that, and it has 4,400 people searching that. Spice bottle labels, 1,000 people. Spice containers with labels, 720 people. So there's a lot of variations of that again, isn't in the website just yet, but is really related to what you're doing and can drive some serious traffic of the right kind of customer. So you can see a few other keywords that are built into your website. Again, this one, chalk contact paper. You're in position number 6, which means you're on page 1, which is great. It's got 90 people in volume, so you would actually be seeing some traffic from that keyword. So as I said, we've got 177 of them. What we would want to be doing is increasing the amount of keywords that you actually have built into the website by content in the website, and we'd want to be optimizing the website to make sure that you're ticking all the boxes with Google so that you end up on page 1 for these keywords and actually generate some direct traffic. So the great thing about SEO traffic is the fact that these people are actively searching for your products and services. They're typing in spice labels. So they've made the decision to come looking for your products and services. So they're a far more powerful customer. And rather than if you're actually advertising to them and pushing out your products, that's invasive marketing. They have actively made the decision to find you, and the conversion rate on those customers is far, far higher. So that's why SEO, in terms of a long-term strategy for any business that's looking to be around for years, years, and not just a pop-up shop, really starts to focus on SEO. At some point. The um, the other point I wanted to mention, just to give you an idea, some of your other competitors that have this is showing up as competitors, but they might not be direct competitors. They just have similar keywords. So this company, Talented Kitchen, has 400 keywords and 808 people coming in traffic, comparison to your 177 and 34 people coming in traffic. These have 616 keywords, 678 in traffic. Again, I just opened up um, one of those. They have an authority score of 27. Their organic traffic 711. They've got 1.8 thousand backlinks. Again, backlinks is what gives you credibility. Google, it's like the referral system online. Again, we won't go into too much detail on that. That's a bit more in depth. This is going to just remain high level. So again, we can see some keywords like book bags. Their position number 26 has 22,200 people searching book bags every month. If they were to optimize that keyword, get onto page 1, they could see some really good traffic from that. They have some keywords they're on page 1 for. Really doesn't look like keywords that's going to be beneficial for them. So that's just to give you a bit of an idea around keywords and how SEO works in terms of driving traffic to your website. The whole idea is we want to build up the amount of keywords that you have and the positioning that you have for those keywords to make sure that people can just find you naturally when they're typing in your products or services into Google, which right now it doesn't seem like anybody is. So it's a really untapped market for you right now. I will just quickly talk to you about those backlinks because, again, as you see, there's a big difference and a correlation between keywords, backlinks, and the amount of people find your website. So those backlinks are, as I said, like a reference system. So when one website connects to another and allows a website to connect to them, it basically says we recognize this company and we're allowing them to attach to us because they're a credible business. And the more of those you have, Google saying, oh, these guys must be really credible because they've got a lot of backlinks and they're attaching to really high authority websites. So again, that's an area that we want to improve a lot for you guys in order to improve that authority. Google. The last thing I did want to touch on is your Instagram. So Um, the Instagram looks really good in terms of the layout. Again, with this, we could improve these and actually have like a branded version of this. If we look at another person that we're working with here, you can see these are very well branded and again, just visually look good and allow for a more professional look and feel to the Instagram. Um, Again, with followers, I would ask, are you currently doing any ads on Facebook? I know currently, if we go back here, you're not currently doing any paid ads on Google. It's very similar to ads on Facebook, but what it does is when we actually type into Google buy blender sunglasses, it comes up, the full list of products on the first page. So what you can see here is this little section that says add and add here. So what they are is people have paid to be on the first page of Google, and so this is your paid ads and this is your SEO. So these other listings are the listings that you can compete for organically. Otherwise, you're paying for these ads up the top, and every time somebody clicks on this, you pay a fee, similar to Facebook Facebook ads. But from the looks of things, it doesn't seem like you're doing Facebook ads as of yet either. These are both very powerful tools for exposure, building brand awareness, and getting instant sales and instant results. SEO can take a little bit of time to build up because you've got to build up your credibility with Google, but it's very much a snowball effect, and your business then naturally grows over that time period. And you don't actually pay for the every time somebody clicks in on your website. So just to go back to your Instagram, so I would also ask a few questions around for these followers. Are you currently, I see you're on TikTok, are you currently got a Facebook group? Because your business is all around tips and what would be really good to drive traffic, and we have a lot of techniques of how to really build up Facebook groups very quickly from Instagram to Facebook is a way for you to share those tips, build up a community, and get people both following you on Instagram as well as following, in your group Facebook, and making sales through that group. And really leveraging social media as a platform. So there's a lot of streams of revenue. There's three that I've touched on there, four really, which is SEO, Google Ads, Facebook ads slash Instagram ads, and also Facebook groups. So yeah, I hope that you've found all this information to be useful. If you've any more queries or questions, I'm happy to set up a further conversation. We set up a call and we can have a bit of a chat through your needs, your goals, your priorities, and see if we align around we can provide and see if there's potential to work together. I'd love to help you grow the business. Talk to you soon.